Okay, friends, here we are for lesson 20 in A Course in Miracles in the workbook. It says here, I am determined to see. We have been quite casual about our practice periods thus far. There has been virtually no attempt to direct the time for undertaking them. Minimal effort has been required, and not even active cooperation and interest have been asked. This approach has been intentional and very carefully planned. We have not lost sight of the crucial importance of the reversal of your thinking. The salvation of the world depends on it. Yet you will not see if you regard yourself as being coerced and if you give in to resentment and opposition. This is our first attempt to introduce structure. Do not misconstrue it as an effort to exert force or pressure. You want salvation. You want to be happy. You want peace. You do not have them now because your mind is totally undisciplined, and you cannot distinguish between joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain, love and fear. You are now learning how to tell them apart, and great indeed will be your reward. Your decision to see is all that vision requires. What you want is yours. Do not mistake the little effort that is asked of you for an indication that our goal is of little worth. Can the salvation of the world be a trivial purpose? And can the world be saved if you are not? God has one Son, and He is the resurrection and the life. His will is done because all power is given Him in heaven and on earth. In your determination to see is vision given you. The exercises for today consist in reminding yourself throughout the day that you want to see. Today's idea also tactily implies the recognition that you do not see now. Therefore, as you repeat the idea, you are stating that you are determined to change your present state for a better one and one you really want. Repeat today's idea slowly and positively at least twice an hour today, attempting to do so at every half hour. Do not be distressed if you forget to do so, but make a real effort to remember. The extra repetitions should be applied to any situation, person, or event that upsets you. You can see them differently, and you will. What you desire, you will see. Such is the real law of cause and effect as it operates in the world. Wow, I love this lesson so much. Lesson 20, I am determined to see. I am determined to see. I am determined to see. The recommendation here is every half hour. I know sometimes when I'm really on my game, I will set a timer for 30 minutes. And every 30 minutes, a little ding goes off, and I'm like, I'm determined to see, I'm determined to see, I'm determined to see. So if that is helpful and useful for you, go for it. Remember, the repetition is what's important. We are trying to open new portals in your mind. We have hardwired programs, and when we have thought a thought more than 10 times, it becomes a belief. Now, the opportunity we have is to create new pathways and to dissolve and diffuse the ones that are hardwired. So we are hardwired for fear. That's what the first half of this workbook is all about, is starting to dissolve and disintegrate those hardwired programs and to start to lay the path for these higher pathways, these higher thought systems, open up these portals. So this repetition of every half hour is very useful. It's important. It says, if you miss it, don't use it as an excuse to give yourself a guilt trip. Just get right back on board. We don't need to have any extra meaningless thoughts about that. That happened. Moving on. 1, 2, 3, switch. Now, I love here in the course how it's talking about how our mind is totally undisciplined. I was having a conversation last night after practice with a couple young women, and we were talking about what yoga really is. And yoga really is the discipline of the mind. So this is why I love these two practices together, the yoga on the mat and the yoga off the mat, and using the Course in Miracles content to give us some structure and some steadiness and something we can depend on in order to retrain and ultimately discipline our minds to turn away from the fear, away from the dark, and into the light, just like a sunflower, turning towards the light, turning towards forgiveness, turning towards blessing others, seeing our unity, etc. Having that structure is very useful. So I am going to encourage you to practice this lesson as much as possible. I am determined to see this determination. I love that word. It's this it almost has extra effort than willingness. Determination means I'm claiming this. I am going to see this. I am going to move through and I am going to get the things that I really truly want, which are peace, happiness, forgiveness, clarity, and so forth. So it says here today's idea also tactily, I love that word, implies the recognition that you do not see now. This is inducing levels of humility that I think all of us need. You know, we think we know the answers, we think we're correct about judgments, we hold on to our version of the story. The Course is saying you're not seeing things. And if you can accept that, there's so much freedom in that. There's so much that opens up. All those portals, we get some loveliness, we get some light around the images that we have made. And so acknowledging that we're undisciplined, acknowledging that we're not seeing is helpful. And when we start to see it as helpful, that's really where the determination, starts to turn up its dial. So happy practicing today. Remember, all that is required here for vision is your decision to see because it's already done. We don't have to make anything up. We're just deciding that it is so, and that is the first step um, in seeing. So happy practicing. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.